So what is good, people? Welcome to another investing video. In this video, we are continuing our investing $1 a day series. This time we are in episode 37, which means we need to have a minimum of $259 invested into each asset. And so I'm starting off with the spreadsheet right here. You can see our numbers from last week. And in this episode, we will update them as we go. So we're going to start off with metals. Pretty much the entire market has been struggling over the past week. As we can see with metals, our current investment is $184.26 into gold, $72.28 into silver, for a total investment of $256.54. If we actually look at the value of our investment, gold is at $224.62. So let me pop that in. 224.62, and we can see the numbers change up a little bit. So we are at a profit of $40.36 there. With silver, we are at $83.79. So 83.79. So yes, the value has gone down a little bit, but we're still up by $11.51. So our total value is $308.41, and you can see that reflected right there. So we are up by 21% on our gold investment, and almost 16%, almost 22% for gold, almost 16% for our silver investment, for a total profit of 20%. So we're still doing really well. We put $256 in, and we're at a value of $308. So despite things going down a little bit over the past few days, we're still way up from our last investment. And so we are only at 259 or 256, and we're supposed to be at 259. So that means it's time to make another investment into metals, and I'm just going to keep buying gold because gold is doing so well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another $20 into gold, and then I'll jump back into the video. All right, so we are back. I made another purchase here. You can see on 9/7, purchased $27.96. So basically $28 worth of gold. Now there is a little bit of a premium and a fee, so that only came out to $25. And so it's a $2 premium and then a $1 fee for the just the admin fee, credit card processing and stuff like that. So I got $25, an extra $25 worth of gold. So I will update that now to 209.22 is where my investment is, 209.22. And that now puts us at a profit of just 7.36%. So we will see if that goes up. I'm sure it will. Not worried about it at all. But all in all, we are up by 10%, 20% before my new purchase, but 10% now in gold. So now let's jump into stocks. So just like metals, stocks has taken a big hit. So has crypto. Crypto has taken an even bigger hit. I still have this $1 in Bitcoin that I got for free, which is now sitting at $1.29. So I have not put that on the spreadsheet. I'm going to eventually put that into something else, but I'm just going to leave it alone for now. We go to our first one, our first stock, Starwood Property Trust. So the current market value of our shares is $22.15. So if I put that in here, 22.15. So it did drop a little bit, but that still puts us at a profit of $5.09 for a total profit of 29, almost 30%. So it's still really high profit there. Go ahead and move that over. So we are still way up on Starwood Property Trust. The analysis has not changed much. We got 67%, actually 66, almost 67 buy, and then a 33% hold. We don't have any dividend payments coming up, it looks like. So we will have to wait on that. All right, jumping into our next stock is EOG Resources. So we can see that it's on the way down, just like almost everything else in the stock market. But our current value is $127.06. So 127.06. And yes, that has gone down quite a bit since last episode. But we are still in a profit of $14.31, which is a 12.69% profit. So we're still way up on EOG Resources, even though it's been on its way down lately. Does not look like we have a dividend payment coming in yet. We had one at the end of July. July 31st was the last one. So it'll still be a little bit before we get our next one. Next up, if we take a look at QYLD, so our current market value is $61.65. So 61.65. And we are still in profit by $5.65, which is a 10% profit. So we're still up in QYLD, even though the value of the stock has gone down. And of course, most of that is because of the monthly dividend payments that we've been receiving. We had our last one, which was August 26, which was 64 cents. And so we will be getting our next one at the end of this month. So it'll still be a few weeks before we see our next dividend payment. But that is actually pretty good. It's been holding steady. Actually, it's been more. It was more than last time, which was 62 cents, just 2 cents more. But that is still free money, which is really good. So if we go to our next one, ARMOUR Residential REIT. So we are at $48.18 for our market value. That's actually gone up. So it's the first stock we've seen that actually went up. So we are still down by 22 cents. So we are getting there. Our next dividend payment will probably put us up. So we are down by 0.5%. So things have been doing really well with ARMOUR Residential REIT over the past few weeks. We are getting so close to finally being in profit. It's at a 100% hold, which is interesting. So we did get a August dividend payment on the 29th of 56 cents. And at the beginning of August, we also had a 1 cent stock lending payment. So we should probably be seeing another stock lending payment coming up pretty soon. It should be posted by the next episode. And then at the end of the month, we'll be getting another dividend. And that should be enough to put us finally in profits, that next dividend payment, especially with it being 56 cents, which is what we're seeing. And we are down by 22 cents. So yeah, we should be in profit with that next dividend payment. And our last stock is Coney. So our total market value is $13.42. Let's take a look. That's actually up higher, 13.42. So we are now just down by $7.58, which is a negative 36%. So we are down by quite a bit in Coney, but I feel confident that with the dividend payments coming in every month, we'll be able to get back into profit. So we can see right here, September 9th, we have a dividend payment coming up of $1.23. That is insane. $1.23 from just a little over one share, 1.17 shares. So we're getting back over $1 per share, which is really good. So I am going to put another $7 into Coney. I really want to build this up just because of the really high dividend. And hopefully it will, as the dividends come in every month, it will eventually put us in profit. So I am going to go ahead and put $7 into here. Now this is actually, I don't think this is a 24/7 stock. So we're going to have to wait until the market opens back up before we actually get that in. But there is our queued up market buy for $7. So once the markets open back up on Monday, I will be able to see that in there. So our total profit for our stocks is $17.25, which is a profit of 6.76%. So it's a small profit. It's not as high as some of the others, especially the way metals were before we made our deposit, but it's still a profit. It's still pretty good. So we're still looking good in stocks. Now it's time to jump into crypto. So let's take a look at DEX Finance. We'll look at our vault here. So it looks like we are sitting at $71.23. We have a profit of $1.68. So that has gone down. 71.23. Yes, it's gone down quite a bit. It was at 84. So 71.23. So we are actually in the negative now, and that's just with the price of all the cryptos going down. So I'm gonna turn those to red just so we can see that we're negative with our crypto investment. So DEX Finance, the coins that we have is ETH and USDC and ETH and USDT. So it's just the price of ETH. So this has gone down with the price of ETH. We do have a little bit of yield, which is good. We got a 6% yield from our last investment, and that's $5.22. So the yield is making it so that we're not losing as much, but we are still losing some money. I do have $1.68 that I can claim right now, but I'm just going to leave that in. Not going to mess with that. So we are down on our ETH DEX Finance. So we will see how things look on Beefy. So I believe with Beefy, yes, Beefy was ETH as well. So we're probably going to be down on that one. So we can see that we're still getting a really decent APY. It's 128%, almost 129%, and 0.22% daily. So it's still a really high APY. But if we look at the actual value of our investment, let's see what I can take a look at that. Let me go back. It's actually easier here. So $226.73 is the value. So 226.73. So the value has gone down, but that is still way more than what we invested. So we are still in profit here on Beefy. We're up by $23.75, and that is a profit of 11.7%. So if we actually look at how much we are earning, so we're getting about $15 a month from this vault, 51 cents per day for a total APY of 128.95%. So obviously this has gone down a little bit, but it kind of goes up and down. So I have been seeing some really steady, yields from it. We can actually take a look at the chart. So we can see that it has been changing quite a bit, the yields and of course the value of the actual token. But it's definitely been worth keeping my Ethereum in here because we're getting so much from that yield. So if we take a look at our overall investment for crypto, we put in $280 and we're at $297. So there's a 17.89% profit for 6.39%. So even though we are down on our DEX Finance investment, we are still up overall by 6.39%. And so everything is looking good. We are up in all three asset classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put another $7 into this pool right here. So I'll be buying another $7 of ETH, USDC, and USDT, and then I'll jump back into the video. All right, and so now we are back. I'm at $78.24. I went ahead and put an extra $7 in there. You can see that deposit right here. So I've upgraded the numbers over in the spreadsheet. So I now have $84.09 invested, and the value is $78.24. So we're still down by a little bit, $5.85. So we're down by 7%, but our overall investment is still what puts us over. So quick recap. If we take a look at our crypto, even though crypto is doing really bad right now, we are still up in our investments. We're up by 6.24% for a total profit of $17.90. I did decide to put another $7 into the DEX Finance. That is because the yield is really high. It's got an APY of 982.73% with a daily of 0.82%. So the hope is that the yields will outpace the lowering value of the actual assets. We will see next week. But all in all, we are up on crypto. If we take a look at our stocks, we are up by 6.76%, which is a profit of $17.25, which is almost identical to where we at in crypto. If we take a look at the actual stocks that we're down on, we're only down on two, which is ARMOUR Residential REIT and YieldMax Coin. So we are just down by 22 cents in ARMOUR Residential REIT. So we might be actually in profit next week. We will see. This one's going to take a little bit longer for us to gain in profit because we are down by so much, 36%. But overall, we are up when we put all of our investments together. And then finally, in metals, we are up by $26.91, which is 9.56%. We did put another $25 into gold, and so hopefully that will look good next week. And for our move in stocks, we did put $7 into YieldMax Coin, which will go through, hopefully go through next time. So that is pretty much it for this video. We are up on everything, which is good. Now, some stuff has been doing really bad. The markets is just doing terrible right now. But despite the markets doing terrible, I'm surprised that we are still up by so much in all of these, which means we've been making some really good moves with our investments in this series. So that is, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, anything that you want to add, anything you want me to take a look at, please leave it in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.